Okay, so in Google Classroom, you have an assignment that is titled Activity 2. Activity 2 is something called the Triangle Square Dance. Basically, all that's going to happen is you're going to see some shapes, a couple squares and a triangle, and they're going to move around in their little view. They're inside like a square. So your job is to describe how these shapes are moving. And you want to be as precise as possible. So you want to really think about the words we just learned. You want to look if it is rotating, meaning it's turning, either clockwise or counterclockwise. You want to look at if it's not turning, but instead translating. And if so, is it moving up? Is it moving down? Is it moving to the left, moving to the right? And these words are going to describe how these images change places or change positions. Then you're going to describe that dance in reverse. So if they were going from left to right, now are they still going from left to right or are they going from right to left? At the very end, I want you to think about how could you explain what the most challenging part of that activity is. So this is an assignment in Google Classroom. It's a Google Forms assignment. This is an idea of what this is going to look like, okay? So you'll see dance A, dance B, and dance C, and your job is to describe them. So that's the first half of our lesson. We've examined two types of movements in the triangle dance, translations and rotations, and we've used formal language to describe the movements. So now we're going to be looking at a third transformation. So here's another dance. Notice this kind of looks like a bunny to me. I don't know, it's like the silhouette of a bunny. If we're looking at how it's moving from box to box, how would you describe the moves? And what's different when you look at the move from 2 to 3? Is there anywhere else that that type of a movement happens in this little cartoon? And what features of the image help us to see that that type of move is happening? All right, so you guys might have figured it out. This new transformation is the other vocabulary word that I didn't explain yet. We're talking about it now, a reflection. So a reflection across the x-axis, if you can remember back to what a graph looks like with the coordinate plane, the x-axis is the horizontal line, like what you see right here. If an image is reflected across a horizontal line like the x-axis, then we would say that in Google Slides, using the format tools, this is a vertical flip or flip vertically if you're using your format tools. If we're reflecting across a vertical line, like the y-axis, then we would say that this flip is happening horizontally. And again, in Google format, in the slides portion, there's a button that actually says flip horizontally so that you can make images in reverse. So today's goal is that you can describe how a figure moves and turns from one position to another. And our learning target is I can use the terms translation, rotation, and reflection to describe transformations. Your assignments today are all giving you opportunities to practice and apply these skills, and I can't wait to see what you make.